Hey, good morning. It's Tony talking CarBiz. Today we're going to dive inside and take a look at the interior of this brand new 2021 Toyota Tundra SR5 with the SX package. Let's get started. Okay, so jumping in the driver's side here on the driver's door, a couple features to point out. The power windows all the way around, but only the driver's window has auto up and auto down. Power door locks, kind of a silver door handle with a nice piece of silver trim there on the lower part. Down at the bottom of the door we do have a large pocket, maps and books and such, place here for your bottles of water, and then there is a speaker down there as well. Take a quick look at the driver's seat. So the SX package does have a 10-way power driver's seat, power recliner and power lumbar support, and then you have power or side impact airbags. Seats on the inside, bucket seats up front, cloth interior, kind of a three-tone gray cloth interior, so charcoal on the outside, light gray, and then a patterned insert there. Adjustable headrest for everybody, and 3-point seat belts for everybody up front. Front seat belts are height adjustable. As we look down at the lower part of the dash down here, there are some controls and switches. Power mirror controls, overhead dome light, so if you want to turn those on with one flick of a switch, you can do that down here. Headlight balancing or aiming, so if you've got a trailer on the back and you need to level out your headlights, that'll help you with that. Cargo light, and then automatic high beam switch on and off. Let's go ahead and jump in the driver's seat. Okay, behind the wheel we have a vinyl steering wheel. It's padded, it's a little bit thicker but not leather wrapped. On the right hand side, controls for your information center, which is up here in the gauge cluster. Take a look at that in just a minute. On off switches and sensitivity settings for dynamic radar cruise control and lane departure on off. Controls here for your sound system and Bluetooth connectivity for your smartphone. Of course, we do have a driver's side airbag. On the right hand side, these are our wiper controls with intermittent wipers up front. And then over on the left hand side, headlight controls, automatic on and off controls, and we do have the fog light on off switches here as well. Take a look at our gauge cluster. We'll go ahead and start it up and see what it looks like. Before we do that, I did want to point out the SX SR5 has the old style keyless remote, so you actually have a key. So old school, put it in the ignition, start it up. Okay, so on our gauge cluster we've got a full complement of gauges, including tachometer, oil pressure, engine temperature gauge, voltmeter, gas gauge, and then our speedometer over on the right. And then right down the center is the information center with your outside temperature. You can see we're a little low on fuel right now, but using these controls right here, I can go ahead and toggle through some of those settings. So your fuel calculators, your gauges, your fuel gauge, your lane departure, pre-collision, so all of those things can be controlled and changed right here on the steering wheel. Before I switch it off, I did want to show you on your center stack we do have a backup camera, and that's a color backup camera. And then our sound system itself does have Sirius XM satellite radio, and you get 3 months of the premium service, no charge, and then after that you do need to subscribe. That's an 8-inch touchscreen, and it's got a ability to set up your smartphone so you can use the navigation off your smartphone. Heating and air conditioning controls are here. This is not an automatic temperature control system. You set it and you'll have to adjust as you go. You can see all the lighting, the backlit lighting is kind of a pale blue inside on the gauges, and it looks pretty nice. It's subtle but easy on the eyes at night. Way down underneath here is where we find our charging ports. So we've got USB, regular USB charging ports, traction control on and off, and then there's a 12-volt charging port right there, or power port I should say. Place down here for a cup holder, odds and ends, kind of a place to throw stuff. Good place to stack your ink pens in there. Dual cup holders here. We have a gated shift pattern for our automatic transmission, and you can go into the manual mode if you want to shift it yourself. You can do that as well. Kind of a junk tray right here, little cubby. Here's your four-wheel drive selector switch, and then way down here is where you find your towing, trailer brake, and then your tow haul mode, all down below there. And then finally we have cruise control right here on the back side of the steering wheel. Here's a quick look at your center stack. Go ahead and switch it off. Take a look at our armrest. So Tundras have huge armrests, no problem fitting 2 arms on here. Great place to drop your cell phone here as well. SR5 is stamped right into the armrest itself, and then when we pop that armrest open, you can see it's a pretty deep hole or cubby here. There is a 12-volt power port down here as well, and then the back side of here has a place for papers, tissues, and your ink pens will all stack right in that armrest. Take a quick look on the passenger side. So there's a passenger assist grip up here, lighted vanity mirrors, and then your visors do slide in and out. Overhead lighting with map lights, another place for papers, odds and ends. Safety connect is right here, so if you need help out on the road, go ahead and push that button. We'll get you the help you need. Place to put your sunglasses, and then we do have an automatic dimming mirror. It does have home link, and also within that mirror up here is a compass. So a compass mirror with home link. Take a quick look at our glove box. It is a locking glove box, and it's pretty darn big. It does have your owner's manuals in there, of course. You're going to want those. There are speakers up in the dash, so there's a speaker right there, one here, and an additional speaker up here. And then this is just kind of a place you can throw your smartphone if you need to. Again, no wireless charging in the SR5 edition. Okay, jumping into the back seat again, quickly on the door, more of that silver plastic with the door handle, the trim, power windows. Your back windows are tinted, including the rear window. Now on the SX package, this rear window is a solid window with no rear window defrost, so that's a delete from the sliding window that comes standard on the SR5. Here in our back seat, again with the cloth in seats, notice the seats do fold up, so that's 40% folded up over there. Underneath there is the jack. Don't know if you can see it down there, but this side does fold up as well. There's a handle right here, and then go ahead and pop that, and you bring that seat up like so. Once that seat's up, it does have a nice amount of floor space, so if you want to throw your toolbox, or maybe you could just bought a big 60-inch, you can slide it right in there, no problem. We do have a first aid kit right here on the back of there. Part of the SX edition, they do remove the cargo storage, or the storage area that's normally under these seats. Don't know why they do that, but the SR5 normally has that. SR5 with the SX package does not. Let's go ahead and drop that seat back down. Like so. Then I did want to show you up inside here. So right here in the center console, there are cup holders right there, and there is a 12-volt charging port, but no USB charging ports. Pockets on the back of that seat, but no pockets on this seat. And I want to show you the leg room on this seat here. So this is the double cab, and I've got the seat all the way back. As you can see, it's pretty tight. I'm 5'7". I wouldn't want to ride from here to Florida like this, but for a short trip, it might not be too bad. There are map lights up on the top here. And here's a quick look at your driver's cockpit from the back seat. Okay, diving into the bed of the Tundra SR5 Double-Cab. So this is going to be a 6-foot bed, and this particular one does have the factory spray-on bed liner. And it is really, really well done. You can see the Tundra badging up, stamped into the bed liner itself. There's tie-down hooks in all 4 corners, black ones up front, and then these white ones here in the back. You can see we do have that rear cargo light up there, and the back window, as I mentioned earlier, does not open. It's a solid piece of glass. And our bed, our tailgate itself, you may have noticed it does have the slow down feature, so it's not going to just slam down on your hands. And then there's plenty of room here for a 4x4 foot wide plywood if you have, and then with the tailgate down you pick up that 8 foot. Also notice the bed itself does have the over the rail protection, so you hopefully won't scratch up your bed as you're putting stuff in and out.